Never before in human history have so many people known so much about a race so large that we've never experienced together. The story of Pacific Northwest begins 3,000 miles beneath the feet because from that spot in the core there's a massive column of magma which is rising to two massive plates out of the sea. Those two plates are spreading in opposite directions, but their journey is the same. Right now, the wonderful plate is sliding right underneath their feet, in the exact same way that the Pacific plate is sliding beneath Japan. The plates as it depths the friction and the depth causes it to melt. It becomes full of magma, it rises to the surface and creates a landscape. This process is called subduction. Subduction is about a lot more than beautiful landscape and occasional volcanic eruption. It's also about risk. See, right now you're standing in North America that actually goes all the way to the ocean, where it is locked with a wonderful gas. And now wonderful plate is pushing and pushing so much that the edge of North America is bowing. And eventually it collapses and it starts a domino effect where all the weak spots along the fault line begin to give way. In the worst case scenario, we have a 9-point earthquake that shatters the infrastructure of the Pacific Northwest. It also displaces trillions of gallons of water which come towards us and goes all the way across the ocean to Japan. And what worries me is not only that we are not ready, but also we haven't actually decided to get ready. I think the reason is you think you don't know what to do, and I find that deliciously ironic because you just learned in the last 10 years that the act of subduction can cause destruction. But your true culture is founded that lasting gem of subduction, which is those mountains. These mountains are part of our cultural warehouse in the form of camping. Being earthquake ready means being ready to spontaneously camp in any place you find yourself. It also means having a hell of a lot more water than you would ever have on hand, and it means being ready to find your family. We bridge the common sense gap by building a permission structure. Build a little kit, build a little bit of water, start putting together that family plan, then do something interesting. You're actually going to share that information with your circle. As you repeat that exercise of building permission structure over and over, what happens is you have begun to normalize preparedness. As soon as we expect this of each other, we have a new culture. That is the path to getting ready for this nearly unimaginable earthquake. In 2004, we were on hand for a tsunami that was created by the third largest subduction zone earthquake in the history. We worked together for 1 year on the relief effort and then came back home to claim a false Oregon. And what really frightened me about coming back to Oregon is the worry of this question. Can a culture that has never experienced an event this big change in anticipation of the event rather than after it when it is too late? There is a tribe in the Andaman Islands. This tribe had never in living memory experienced an earthquake tsunami event, but they suffered 0 casualties. The reason is because they established a permission structure generation ago after a forgotten tsunami. At the moment the name needed, they knew to go to high ground. Knowledge is not wisdom until it changes you. Never underestimate the will of common sense to reveal itself. Thank you.